Hello.
Hello, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Good.
Well done. So this is all clear. We were testing the audio. It didn't work somehow. So welcome to another Sunday webinar after it's been a while now since the last one. I was positive with COVID.
Again?
I was sick. Yes,
We
again.
now we've had all variations, all fucking hell.
All sort of things here.
Yeah. We were 2 weeks in bed,
Yeah.
but everything right now.
So now we feel back on track and slowly do the things. You know, the to-do list was incredible. So it took us some times to go through. Some days was tough. You really wanted to quit because you didn't know from where to start, but then you find the right motivation that keep you moving forward one step at a time. Anyway, how are you doing, Francis?
I am doing fine, thank you. Just very busy. Actually, I don't have so much time. I haven't had so much time of late because home and work. You know, now we have since we got the small one, time has been really limited.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then it's work as well. Now we start to prepare everything again. The season is starting next week, not next month. So we are so busy. When I come home, I'm exhausted and tired, and there's not so much time. But I mean, I'm still making, you know, an effort. Like every day, I'm trying to put in time to do something. So it doesn't really matter how tired I am. So
Yeah,
still progressing. Baby steps, they say.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good.
That's good. That's exactly what I meant with taking baby steps at the time, because over time they become very, very big. And I also advise you to I don't know if you read the book Atomic Habits.
No, not yet.
Not yet. I actually I'm going through slowly
Audiobook.
on an audiobook.
Yeah.
And I really advise, if you have some time, which you don't probably now.
Maybe commuting or something.
Actually, I can if it's an ebook, you know, going to work, I can always listen to that on the way to work.
That's how I do it. I used that time when we commute, whether we walk from here to somewhere or we took the MTR, basically to use that time for myself and the audio, so that I go through the book that I choose to pursue. And whether it's one day yes, 3 days no, and then again, I keep on listening, because I'm looking for small, very tiny, small wake-up call, something that it will emphasize a lot what I'm supposed to maybe adapt or change into my daily operation, so that you are growing, but yet with those baby steps. And he's also talking about the psychology behind why, like from the historic times, why people have tendency to not follow through, and what is the mindset that is set you up for those small habits, because we do everything based on habits. Everything. And you start to realize as you go how many things you have been doing for so many years that you're not aware of it. You don't even think about it, and it's happening. And that's why he's talking about those atomic habits in depth and understanding. I really suggest this book if you have some times. You can find it on Audible. I don't know if you have Audible.
It's an app.
Yeah.
Yes, Audible is an app that you basically. How I did it is, first of all, I downloaded on my iPhone, and it's connected to Amazon. So somehow it's owned by Amazon, I believe. And I paid for a
You can-
monthly.
Yeah, you can either pay for
For-
one book and then you only have access to that one book and it downloads you into like your library inside the app and then you can just go in and listen to it. Or you can do like we did with the monthly membership.
Yes,
And you can download a book a month, isn't it? One book a month.
I think, yes, we were having 2 credits per month.
2 books.
So then I remember 3 or 4 months ago, I was reaching about 12 credits over a period of maybe 6 or 7 months. So what I did, I stopped the membership, but before I stopped the membership, I make sure that I download the books that I was interested in. So now downloaded in the app and I can go through on my time.
So we still have access to the app.
So I still have access to the app, but I'm not paying. Let's say I have already prepaid for this book through the monthly membership. And yeah,
But it's really good though, I must say. Many great big books, very good books. Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I always trying to dedicate 80-20 rules. So 20% in your knowledge, something new in your day must be there. Something that improve you and increase your knowledge, and then something that 80% is massive operation on what I need to move forward, what it is that I need to step up. And today, for example, just it's Sunday here in Hong Kong. I believe also at yours. Yeah, it's Sunday as well.
Sunday everywhere.
Not in
I
US.
know, in what,
Not in
where?
US, it's Saturday.
So Saturday.
So it's Sunday, right? And I was going through, this is a small paper where in between here it says my video ad, and all those arrows, it's different not opportunities, the different ways on how can I present that video to different targeting options. And this was something that I didn't have time to do it during the week.
Yeah.
And actually for a long time. I put it on the side. I really wanted to go deeper. So today I went into knowledge hustle, and now I will build my campaign as I go. So I don't pretend to set up everything today and launch tomorrow, but I will allow myself 2 or 3 days where I go inside the platform, and actually I'm going to show you how I did it and how I will do it. Great read, Atomic Habits. Thank you, May. Thank you, and welcome on this call as well. Share the screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Now, not sure if you are familiar with the interface. I believe you are a little bit, right, Francis?
Mhm.
For those who are not familiar with this, is basically Google Ads, and is where all our video that we want to advertise are hosted inside this platform, which is Google Campaigns. And it's related as well to Google platform and YouTube platform because they are integrated together. And I was able to take a video, which is an old video of us that we shot way back before pandemic started. And primarily this is it's a what do you call a broad message. It's not dedicated directly to online business. It's not directly to specific things in regards income, but it's a more of an outcome process. So the video is about the time, money, and freedom.
And geographical
and geographical freedom. So that was one video that one of them.
Well, the offer is still the same, but it's just the message in the video is in the ad itself is much broader and also specific.
So as I grow in the last 4 years, thanks to the SFM and their team of knowledge and everything, I was able to reanalyze those videos and actually find out that they were not that bad, actually, even though we were at the beginning of our experience with marketing, etc. So what I did is I took one of that video that I really liked it, and I caught the few parts that they unnecessary, let's say, based on my knowledge today. I said those parts I want to test it completely without. So I caught the video, and now it's about 3 minutes video. And now what I'm going through is understanding to who present this video, because it's important for me to, through testing, understand where are my audience. And this I believe to be one of the most not trouble, but the most challenges factor for you to find out where is my audience that I can target my video to. Because what I realized, my struggle, it was this one, that basically, yes, I created video, but how do I know if I was able to test it to its full potential, so that I have been showing my video to everyone on the internet, let's say, in that specific niche that I believe in. And so that's why I realized that in order to have something for you to test along the time, it's important to have a strategy in place. And a strategy in place is to, first of all, discover the targeting options that you have in the platform where you are advertising in. If it's Facebook, it's one thing. If it's YouTube, it's another thing. In this case, we are analyzing YouTube. And if I scroll down to, once I'm starting to go into my ad group, right? Now, for those who doesn't know, an ad group is let me share this very quickly and briefly. A campaign is a big basket where I choose to put my ad group inside. And each ad group can be targeted to different options that I'm going to show you in a moment. Now, in this one, for example, let's assume that I call this Freedom Video, and beside that I will actually add an additional letters later that will describe my type of targeting that I will choose. The first thing that you here the YouTube is asking you to select is the demographic, and I generally select as if it is a beginning, if it is a brand new campaign, I will always deselect this one, 18 to 24 as age, and 65 plus, because most of the time they do not resonate with what I'm about to share with them. They're too young,
Yeah,
and this one is too old.
I just want to mention this because we were actually at the beginning, we were keeping also 18 to 24 included. And actually we did have quite a few sales, but it's very obvious that people in that age group, yes, at least in our experience, they purchase, but then quite, let's say, fast again, they will stop their membership. So it's not really worth it, because you might get a few sales there. At least that's what happened to us. We get a few sales there, but because they're so young, maybe they're still living home, they don't maybe have a job, they're still studying. So oftentimes they are not going to continue for a long time.
Yes.
So
what we are looking here is
we're not looking for that type of
correct.
People. Yeah.
We are looking for people that they are committed in the first place. They want to make a change in their life, and also they cannot afford. They are in a position of being able to afford an education while they are working. Mm-hmm. So it's important that we for this campaign, for example, in our case, we deselect the age 18-24 and plus 65. Then here you can see here is a household income, and this one basically it's based on Google analysis based on the possible income that the person will have, and they will assign a category to them. And it's only available in a few countries, so you can go and play around with this. But the most important one is when we come to audience segments. And right down below here, the content, where you want your ads to show. Narrow your reach with keyword, topics, or placement. And I was very intrigued by this here that you can see this written, let's say, warning. Content targeting can limit the performance of video campaigns that drive conversions. And I have been always trying to use one of those free when I create a campaign. So through research and education, etc., I was actually trying to go and explore the audience segments. And in here, we were able to explore much more out of the audience. Plus, we could see that return on investment was much higher. So we were able to get more sales and also upgrade. So people who went into a bigger
What?
the words doesn't come anyway, they going to launch you basically, and they board into
A bigger product.
a bigger product, right? So they invest heavily in themselves. And so let me describe a little bit 1, 2, and 3. Now the customer segment, it's people based on their search activity, downloaded apps, or visited sites. And if I click here, for example, you can go through a search where you simply type something, or you browse. Now, when you browse, this is a list that you can create yourself in the customer segment section. How do you do that? You can either do from here, new customer segment, or you can go on tools and settings, and then you press to audience manager. Let me open into a new tab. And then here, you can actually find out if you go here, customer segment, and then you will create a segmentation of the actual people that you want to target. And let me see if I remember correct. So here, let's say,
this is just the name that you give to yourself.
Yes, this is something that, assuming that I want to target baby something. Baby, tell me an item for baby.
Strollers, I don't know.
Strollers, okay? Now, based on this, the first one, it says people with any of those interest or purchase intention is primarily for display campaigns, meaning that this will only shows for people when people type on Google search, for example, and instead of this one, the down below is people who search of any of those terms on Google. Primarily, it's based on your video. Okay, so your video, this section is the one that we primarily use, and it's also saying here only on campaigns running on Google properties. On other campaigns, terms will be used as interest or purchase intention. Now, what I do here inside here, add Google search terms. What I need to have in mind is what people are typing on Google search and YouTube search. So, baby strollers, how do you do your research? You go on YouTube, for example. I'm doing this live, okay? So you have an idea on what's going on. You go here and so baby stroller. Now here is a list of keywords that you can go through and understand, is this really resonate to my product, for example?
Which type of video shows up? Is this something that
you
is
can
related to whatever
let's say,
product that I'm selling?
Baby stroller Boogaboo. I don't know what's that.
What's that?
But
it's a brand.
It's a brand. Okay, so this is something maybe I have a product similar, I want to show in front of them. So what do? I take that keyword and then I paste it here. Exactly the same keyword. So you go baby, just to show you how it looks. Stroller. Then here's
you want to put the book
also here is advising some other ideas.
Also, yeah.
And you want to have inside here more or less 50 keywords related to each other. Not most related, but on a general topic, let's say, because this will be basically reflecting on what people are typing on their search bar, and they will basically be a possible target from you. So your video will most likely, not necessarily once they are actively look on that baby strolling whatever, but they might go and look on another video which is completely related to dancing, and they will have your video popped up because they have been actively looking towards that keyword, right? And because the behaving of a person on the internet is always randomly, and each person have different interests. I like many things, so I can go on YouTube and look for different stuff. Therefore, multiple categories might overlapping each other. So what do you do is that you only focus on what you believe can be most related to that person as a keyword. Now,
does that make sense? So basically, David was saying now that if a person has already been searching for baby strollers at some point, Google will kind of tag them, you can say, and our video ad, if we are showing an ad on this custom segment, might show up when a person is not searching for baby strollers. But because they have already searched for baby strollers, then at a later stage, like they are in that custom segment, right? So even if they're looking at a holiday, you know, because they've already looked at baby strollers, Google already thinks that they're within that basically custom segment. Yeah.
Clear?
Yes. But this question, this is your ad that your affiliate ad, whatever it is that you're showing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
understood.
this with about baby strollers is not
just
what
an
we
example.
actually targeting. It was just
Yeah.
Yes.
Understood.
You can see here that my previous customer segmentation is about affiliate marketing. So if I click here, for example, I only put one affiliate marketing only. Back then, I don't know when, right? Very old, I believe. 24 October 2020.
Yeah.
You can see here custom intent and make money online related. So what I did, you see, make money online, chain a peng online, good ways to make money online, 5 best ways to, you know. And
if I'm not mistaken, this is the customer segment that got you in.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Francis,
Yeah,
maybe
Francis,
you came in from here,
from this segment. That
so you were inside of this.
Inside, yeah.
Right, inside of this segment. And if you see here, also because they changed it.
Because I remember, because of this Danish also was inside there. Yeah.
You remember that I mentioned to you about the first one is mostly for display campaign, and second one is for video campaign. When I created back then, I actually had that as they were united. When they had the campaign back in the time, they had united. So you could have one main custom segmentation that were able to connect either on display, either on video. So they now slowly divided. Primarily, they use this for a search campaign and this for video campaign. So feel free to go and play this around. And what is powerful is that you can also do what you can go and test both at the same time in different ad group, right? But what you can also do here is to people who browse types of website, people who use types of apps.
That's very specific.
That's very specific. So if you are inside, let's assuming we are in this online business, right? And we know our competitors. You go and you do a research and you see, okay, who are our competitor in affiliate marketing on the internet? Then you can go and type their website. You can simply paste it here and save it. So it will also have this as a segmentation. Inside of this segmentation, you will also have an additional layer inside, right?
But can also be other related website. Doesn't have to be only affiliate marketing. Can also be.
I want to, for example, to send people to TED Talks. So whoever visits TED Talks, I want to be in front of them with my video. Because also this video that I'm creating in particular is also broad message. So it's not specific to a very action taker, for example. This video will
This
not
is
be
cold audience.
Yes,
Video is not a warm
yes,
audience.
it's not a warm audience or cold audience. This is the technical terms. And so feel free to actually have a play around with that and understanding exactly, okay, if that people are in that stage of understanding what it is about affiliate marketing, what my message should be to that specific person, right? And this is only one thing I wanted to share with you. There's one of the other three I wanted to explore as well. Let me get back.
You need to go back to the tab, I think.
Here.
Yeah. So that was custom
So
segments.
yes. Now.
So question.
Sure.
Yes.
Here, custom segments. If you're gonna add, you just click here or add.
You click.
And
so the first step for you to go and do and create,
Yeah.
like I showed you before.
An audience.
Yeah.
You go and create the audience. Once you have the
Yes.
audience, you simply click here this even on the search on the browse here. For me, it already shows up suggestion and recent selection, right? So you can, if this is one that you create, you can simply select. This is done.
Okay.
And you can see
it
that
looks like you can also create create one there. If you delete that one, you see it says new custom segment.
you can create it
So you
directly.
can also create it directly here.
Yeah, maybe it will send me back to,
it
to
will
that
send
page.
you up
Yes.
there. Yeah.
But you can see here also the available impressions based on your campaign settings, but not on your budget or bid. So you can see clearly how before, of course, we were not having any targeting at all. I could reach 3.6 billion people. That's a lot of traffic to be shown to. So feel free
way
to.
Too much also.
Yeah, maybe way too much. Now, this data instead is primarily for remarketing. Your data, people who have previously interacted with your business. So again, inside your tools here, you can go in Audience Manager, and I'm going to show you again. And you basically, you can see that I have created already some of them that they were visitors of my landing page, or they were viewing my video ad, for example.
Viewing, which is of course usually more than 30 seconds, right? So
yes.
when a view counts. Yeah.
Yes. So how do you do that? You go in the same page as before, and you go to, let me, yes. Yes, exactly here, your data segments, and then you go plus button. Then you can go and choose which type of remarketing you want to create. Is someone who visit your website, someone who watch your video ad, someone who even, for example, I have this available now in customer list, because YouTube allow you to upload your emailing list. So now that we are 4 years down, yes, 4 years down the line, we have an email with all the sales that we made, plus all the lead that they engage with us. So what we could do, we upload our list and they generate automatically a lookalike audience, someone who is similar to those people, right? And this is, unfortunately, is only possible if you have been spending above $50,000 US, something like that, in your journey with Google Ads. And but if you want to go, for example, YouTube users, people who interact with your YouTube channel or videos, so you click here. Remember that you should have a channel connected to your Google Ads. Anyway, this is setting stuff at the beginning. And then you can go and select, view any video from a channel, view certain videos. So you can even go in your channel and then select which video you want to be retargeted to.
This is quite good, because if you have multiple ads, then you can actually create one retargeting for all of your ads, right? One let's say, audience segment from multiple ads instead of having one per each,
Yes.
right? So
Or you can also select.
depends what you want, but I mean it's good to have the option at least.
Yes. Or you can also select view any video as an ad from a channel. So if here it's basically related to all your video ads that you have been running, and then you go view certain video as ads. So here you can go and paste it directly the link, because primarily what we do when we launch a video ad, that we put it as unlisted. So it's not visible to anyone who visit our YouTube channel. It's only available for those one who know the link. So I will take those link, I paste it here, and it will show up on this side here. At the moment, I'm not gonna paste it, but this is exactly how it looks like.
Yeah.
And you can select here the pre-fill option. You can either start within the previous last 30 days of traffic that video has generated already, or start with an empty segment, means from today onwards. And the membership of duration means for how long time you want that person that visit you stays in that specific remarketing segment.
How long do you want to remarket to that?
How long time, right? And you can choose here, the maximum is for 540 days. All right, clear? I hope it's clear. I can move forward now, and I go into the one that you need the most attention, I believe, and details one. Now, this I read first: interest and detailed demographics, people based on their interest, life events, or detailed demographic. Now, you can see here, before I click on it, you can see in a description here, add in-market segments, life events, and more. Meaning that if I click here and I go to browse, I have these 4 parameters that I can play around with. So I will firstly go one by one very quickly, briefly, and then we see if we can have time, we can go deeper. Now, in-market segments, it's primarily for people that are actively searching for something on the internet. So when you go here, you can see that there are thousands of categories here, and you can go and have a look and think about
and
how
also under segments, right? There is also.
Yeah, then there is, for example, food. You go then here and they have baked goods, candy chocolate, condiment sauce. So you name it, you can go here and you have a play. There are thousands of segmentation here to choose from. It's incredibly powerful, and this is for people that are actively searching for something. For example, I want to buy a new hoodie. I go and type of a hoodie online, whatever, or hoodie design. They will take into that type of segmentation. Or buy a new car, they will go into that segmentation. And so those one are primarily the hottest people, if you think about, because they are actively looking for it. So if they find you, you might be the perfect fit for them at that specific time, right? And then you go to life events. As the word it says, it's about what is happening now in their current lifestyle. Are they currently graduation soon, recently graduated?
This, of course, is maybe not the most important for in our case, right? Selling what we are selling, but for example, could be just becoming a parent, for example, if that's an important thing for you, or just getting married,
or retirement.
Yeah, retirement.
You
also,
know,
it's important. Job change.
For example, starting new job soon. So imagine I'm showing it with my video while they are in that a moment of starting a new job, but they are actually facing that they don't want another job. They would hopefully, maybe they don't even believe that there is something else existing, you know. So they had no option, just to then accept that this is life, they need to go through another job.
So this is where it's very important to know your avatar, right? And to know which point in life is your avatar, right? Because then you can really be very specific.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then we have another two here. Where's the detailed demographic, which is primarily going through parental status, education, and home ownership, employment. That you can go company size, industry. Yeah, you can go
You can
inside
go
again
through, yeah.
and understanding. This is primarily is a demographic. So basically, you
The
detect
characteristics,
the
right?
characteristic of the
Yeah.
person. Who are they, and what they are, where they are in their life now, based on their characteristic. I'm a parent, so I'm assigned towards that. I'm a education, let's see, college student. I fall into that category. And then the last one is affinity segment. And this one is more of a, you see, if I get over here, you should give me a
Hover. What?
So you read here, look, people grouped by their habits and preference related to personal finance and banking. So
That
this
case, yeah.
Google and affinity segment, what it is basically is that Google think that that person belong and to that specific group of people that they are interested and they have somehow show interested towards in the past, now, and they think in the future, to personal finance and banking.
In that case.
In that
Can be
case.
anything, yeah.
In that you can go inside again, you can go beauty and wellness, food and dining, lifestyle, hobbies.
So this is where the browser history of the person, let's say, is putting them into these kind of different segments.
Yes.
And then Google is choosing, right, where people belong to.
Yes. So if you think about,
So it's more broad, like more of a, I would say,
if you take the two different consideration between in-market and affinity segment, is that the in-market is what the person has been recently going on. So if you take my last 30 days of searching, you will define my active searches. So I'm a hot market because I've been looking for baby strollers. So all the advertiser on baby stroll come to me, right? Because I was actively searching for. Instead of the affinity segment is that they take in consideration the more of a long-term years, I will say, of activity you as a user on their platform, on Google, on what they can have access to, right? So it's a more of a general targeting, because the same person will most likely have different affinity segmentations, because it's a more of a long-term analysis here. So I could be in the affinity segments for online business, property investment, marketing,
camera.
photography. I could be for many different things that I like. I have been searching for a longer time and a regular time also. Okay.
Whereas in market is just more of a one-time search, no?
Yes. It's more of a what they are actively search. And so now what we will do is,
do you have any questions?
Yeah, asking you if you have any question. Stop share.
We can't hear you, Francis.
No, actually, I have no question. Actually, it was very helpful this video, because it's kind of like more detailed to what maybe has been missing in my campaigns. So I'm gonna go back and do something about it.
Yeah.
Great.
Are you still actively with your ad? It's still active?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have had an ad. I shot another ad, and it's been running in in England and Ireland, and I think because of maybe something was not right. So it was just running and no conversions. I mean, no leads coming in, but people have been watching and there's so many views. So I retargeted and then I made it broad. So now it's coming some leads here and there. So I think I have to go in and do what we did today.
Better
with
targeting,
segments and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So I think that it was very, very useful this meeting today.
Great.
So hopefully if you upload it, I can go back and look
Definitely.
deeply
Yes.
into it.
Yes,
Definitely.
yes, yes.
So you take your time to go through
will do
and have a better
Yes.
understanding. So you go at your pace, no problem. And fantastic. Well done. So I think today was a lot of hands-on here. We have been watching, let's say, myself going through something that was important for me back then to know what are the difference, what do I need to, what is my potential to let a video explore more to the right type of people. And then always remember to test it, because this is the key for you to find out what does work or what does not work. All right.
Exactly. And yes, and one more thing, David, I was thinking of asking you that the video that you got me in with your adder.
Yes.
Do you still have it? It could be fun to kind of like watch it again and see.
For sure, I have it.
We have it. We're not actively using it.
I'm not using it, but I'm sure I have it.
It would be fun to just go through it again for me, not for you.
Yeah,
yes,
no
yes,
problem.
of course.
We will send the link to you.
I will send you a link in WhatsApp.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, Francis, thank you so much for joining us today, and everyone who's going to watch the replay, and take care and see you in 2 weeks.
See you. Have a nice day.
Bye. Take care. Bye.